Hello, everyone.
Hi everyone.
Today we are
So,
going to talk about stress, pressure, and burnout as entrepreneurs. Chris, hi. I interrupted you a little bit.
let's go.
So, if anyone of our audience wants to join, he has or she has the opportunity now. But yeah, probably they don't have this game, Make Way. But next time, if you join us, you can also play with us. We have up to 6 players can play simultaneously. So yeah, we are going to talk about the topic of uh, burnout prevention, which is very surprising how many people can have it even without realizing that. And also, it's so common that friends or people you know or colleagues or your boss might have it. And it's pretty useful to understand what is happening and how to deal with that, because the consequences can be dramatic. Depression, like there are several stages, and the last stages could be depressions or even suicidal thoughts. So it's not no joke. And we also have, yeah, I got some homework from my therapist to learn about, like, she gave me the lessons from a famous burnout expert. What is his name? I will check. Lenge in German. And yeah, I learned some stuff about that. And we also have someone who had used to have burnout. So we can learn from first-hand experience. And probably I and maybe Chris, we have been very, very close to burnout, or maybe the first few stages. The problem with burnouts, they come very slowly, are very hidden, and it's so easy to overlook and not to recognize that as a burnout until it's too late, until you are deep. And if you are too deep into burnout, then the problem there is you don't have the energy and the mental capacity to come out sometimes from it. So it can be tough. It's easier the earlier you the earlier you see the problem, recognize the problem, the easier it becomes. So MC, I will join the game as well. It's our design, like we try to make it more fun and more casual with by playing a video game, because we don't it's we work enough during the week, so now it's time to enjoy, have fun, and also learn something valuable. So I guess we can start the first game, and people who want to join, they can join by installing a video game called Makeway on Steam. It's pretty affordable, below $5 euros. Yeah. So why? And then we,
Okay, ready?
yes.
Let's go.
Oh, we have all the cars.
It's you, yeah, for you. Also for Chris, no.
Ah, okay. So I didn't know. So I have all the cars and you don't.
Yes, you.
Well, I guess, guys, that's how
Time
it
to lose,
is.
yeah.
That's how the world is. When you
First lesson,
You,
huh?
yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
drive
hard.
more, you get more cars, and then you can drive even faster.
It's always a circle up, either upwards or downwards, isn't it, in life and in
Yeah, the
game?
higher you are, the easier it is.
Yes.
And but I will be nice to you guys.
Maybe we can simulate burnout by playing this game.
Yeah. Ah, that's
So,
me. Sorry.
the professional player forgot to build.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this game also includes building the truck. So that's pretty cool. So I learned quite many interesting things about burnout
Okay,
on
I
a
have to
recent
fix
basis.
my audio because the game covers completely your talks.
Oh, really?
Oh,
You have
I
to
don't know
go
if
to
I can
options
do it.
somewhere, huh? You have to
yeah.
probably leave
Maybe
the
on
game
the
and
later on from the settings. Okay,
yeah,
options, audio, I can see it.
yeah. I think I
Okay,
switched off probably the
okay, I
sound.
found it. Master
Ah, fine,
volume,
good.
music. It's okay. Yeah, I manage. Okay, this is nice.
Yeah, this game is fun and casual, but can also be frustrating, especially if you play on the more difficult level.
So since it's my first time hosting the game, I have no clue what I set up. If
No,
it's
it looks
difficult
good.
or not.
No, it's good.
That's good.
Difficult is when you don't have
No.
walls.
Oh yeah, that's and you have all the weapons. That's
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
but that's also fun because you can shoot to the other players.
Yes.
I
And for
selected race
beginners,
mode.
there is also a
Oh, oh
automatic
no.
bye bye. And that's the fun thing. Yeah, you can make from friends. You can make enemies from friends if you kick them out of the. Oh, now I fly. So yeah, it's
Oh,
on. Chris came finished as the last with a family car. So speaking of burnout, with my therapist, I always tell her I want to work as much as possible to progress as much as possible for at least like the near future because I have ambitious goal and I want to accomplish that and then I can slow down a bit, but of course without risking a burnout because as I said, you as a person who might have a burnout might be the last one to recognize it because you like people around you might think what is happening with you, antisocial, a little bit frustrated and angry and not like emotionless, but
oh
for
yes.
yourself you are normal and everyone else is it's their fault. And then you think, okay, I feel tired, I should work less, but that's rarely works. And yeah, that's one of the topics I work with my therapist because for the therapist it's easier to recognize any unhealthy patterns. And now I got this homework to go through a course from Lengle, from a German expert. And yeah, it was pretty interesting and I will share some stuff, and yeah, Sergio will share his experience and also Chris maybe will see himself in some of the things we will talk about. So what was interesting for me is that it's not about how much you work. So there are different types of burnout. There can be one type of burnout is when your values are not aligned with what you are doing most of your time, and it becomes a problematic if it's more than 50% of your time. So if you, for example, have one client that is a bit annoying to you, or you don't see any point of working for him, but it's only a small part of your weekly hours,
Oh,
that could be okay. But also another thing was very interesting for me, that you can be also very motivated to work on something, and that can also destroy you, that can also make you burn out. Sergio, what is
yeah.
your experience?
Oh, I have a lot of experience with burnout in different stages of my working life. Uh, yeah, burnout. It's something that you don't always see, and when you see
Yeah.
it, often it's too late.
Yes,
That has been
exactly.
my experience. I had a huge burnout a few years ago during the pandemic time, where I wanted to come to live to Bulgaria in that period, so I had a gap where I moved from Poland back to my home country, and then I was planning to move to Bulgaria, and then I wanted to launch my course product to make this sustainable as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So I had already some audience on YouTube by the time, and I decided, okay, I will build a course, and that was my idea to. And within a few months, I wanted to move out from home. That moment, like my work was very unstable, and so I had this idea to made a pre-sale of this course without having the course. So I made a pre-sale. Uh, 15 people bought this pre-sale, and I said, in 2 months, I will deliver the course.
Oh yeah, that's dangerous. It always takes much longer, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when you have so when you tend to underestimate the complexity that goes into making a course, making in a proper way.
Yes.
Because I thought, okay, 2 months, it's a lot of time. I will focus only on this. Every day I can make a new lesson.
I flew away.
And I remember that after the pre-sale was finished, I said, okay, now we'll start recording the course. When I went to record the course, I felt, first of all, I felt a huge block. Like all
Yeah.
the lessons that seemed for me very easy to prepare became all of a sudden very complex.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then so I said, okay, I have some. I have still 2 months, so I need to start slow. I don't have to push too much, but then I will start to make some lesson, and I will say, instead of taking me one day, it will take maybe 5 days or 1 week to build a lesson.
Yeah.
And after 1 month in, I started to feel a lot of the pressure,
Wow.
and for me everything started to be very. I felt like huge mental fatigue.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really think properly, and I will be afraid, okay, like I will never deliver this course. I
Yeah.
will have also to, I don't know, record this at night. And so I started seeing also some physical effects where I started like eating less and less. I got to the point that for 1 week I was almost not eating, so my stomach got completely closed.
Wow. Crazy. 1 week,
Yeah,
almost no eat.
yeah, I lost a few kilos in that period, I remember.
Wow.
I was around 69, like my default weight, and I got to around 62 in a very short amount of time.
What's like
And that was,
10%?
yeah,
Crazy. That's dangerous. Yeah. It can have severe health implications.
yeah, I think that in that case where many factors all put together. So one,
Yeah.
it's work. The other was not leaving home
Yeah.
because of the period we were living in. That cannot leave home in that period. So it was a
Why
battle like the
didn't
one
you
that we.
leave the home?
It was a pandemic period.
Ah, yes, true, true.
So yeah, it was exactly in those specific months.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's additional. Sometimes it's like if several things come in one place, then it can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
If you are already weak because of something else, like you are stressed out at the maximum, and then small thing can cause an issue. For example, you can even get maybe sick, and you already have a lot of time pressure to finish the work, and then you are even more behind because of the sickness, and that can give you the rest kind of.
Yeah, I believe also. Yeah, but burnout, it's to underestimate a lot of the work that you have to go through.
Yeah.
That was at least in my experience.
So it doesn't go away by itself. It's you need to actively do something, isn't it?
Well, in that case, for me, was taking. Yeah, I took some breaks, so I had to take some decision. Like I sent an email. Sorry, I cannot deliver this within 2 months. It was for me impossible. So I had a lot of, yeah, like a lot of guilt, like a lot of emotions were going through
Yeah.
into me into that. Okay, wait. We'll choose. Okay, I found a nice car.
Oh wow, that's a tough one.
Mist-
It's good car for selling ice cream, but not
yeah,
racing. Yeah, it's so much. It's not so straightforward. I think the burnout. It's not like I think many people have so many misunderstandings about burnout because they think, first of all, it's just about working a lot. And if you are tired, then you just work less. But that's not how it works because even if you work less, but you have pressure
yeah.
and it's so much deeper inside you, it will not help you to just rest. You need also to work on your understanding, like also taking different perspectives and saying, okay, what happens if I don't complete on time? Is it what is the worst that can happen? And oftentimes we realize that it's actually we are in our mind. It looks much worse than it feels like. Even what I was surprised about was that even this Manhattan project, people were incredibly motivated to build this atomic bomb. It's like huge stakes, and they
Nice.
many of them got burnout because they were too motivated.
Maybe you can go back to the definition of what you learned about burnout. Like you mentioned values. How is values defined?
Yes, that's a good point. So you burn out. So one thing is when you so you actually, what is burnout? Burnout is actually very helpful. It's like it shuts down your kind of body in order to prevent even worse consequences. So burnout is a very helpful tool.
Something like anxiety to something similar to protect you.
Yes, exactly. It is there to protect you. So you get some warning signs because the problem of or the origin of burnout is that your body is made for to endure stress situations for 30 minutes at a time. But if you are in a unhealthy like situation where you have a very difficult project, where you feel too much pressure and so on, or you don't see any sense in what you are doing, then your body feels stress for hours and days maybe, and that's not sustainable. So you can get sick easily, you can get depression, and so on.
Oh,
So that's the burnout. And how can you achieve those too much stress? Is by, for example, if you, so on the one hand, as Sergio explained, it can be something where you work and you feel the pressure, you feel that you are not good enough, that it's like too difficult, you will not make it on time, and everyone will be disappointed because of that. Or it can be that you work for a client or for a job, and you feel like it's everything is senseless. Whatever you do, nothing makes any change. And for example, if many big companies, they have some positions that don't make any like value, create no value for the world kind of, or for the company. So, and you feel like wasting your life, and that makes a lot of that generates stress in your body.
Have you heard of
Yeah.
Have you heard of the term bore out?
Oh yeah, bore out. Yeah.
what is that?
Or Will, can you explain? Do you? It feels like you're much deeper in this topic than me.
Yeah. He didn't mention burnout. The Langley, the expert that in the course I learned, but yeah, bore out is like you are, instead of stressed out, you are bored to death, and you need a balance in life. If you feel like you are doing something that is underneath you, kind of like you need challenge.
It's not challenging.
Yeah, it's not challenging enough. So then you can get bored out, which is also one form of burnout. So that's the most important thing to understand, that burnout can have so many faces and so many origins. Chris, did you have some experience in the past that felt like in this direction, where you either was too motivated, or too much pressure, or too little, or it felt like senseless what you're doing?
Oh yeah, quite often. I mean, this is usually when it's more like this bore out situation where I'm working on some project and I realize it's not challenging enough.
Yeah.
And that happened a few times where I was like, again, this kind of work I'm doing here, what's the point? So that happened a few times.
Yeah.
Where usually it would end with if there's like sometimes with that client or in that company, there's like some other things you can take over. But usually it's not the case. And then at some point I decide to leave the project.
Yes.
And this always felt like such a relief, like, oh, finally,
Yes.
I don't have to do this anymore, because it was so boring. And it's also like not binary. Like burnout is, like you said, it's not binary. It's stages. It's not on and off. What some people think, like, oh, there's a broken lamp and this means burned out. It's like you start flickering or dimming.
Yes.
And the same, I think I can speak for like this bore out, where I feel like I put less energy into it. It get more sloppy. I start listening to podcasts while I'm doing this work.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many signs where I'm like, oh, this project is kind of boring. It's no longer really challenging. I'm no longer feel like I need to focus.
Yeah.
So I think I'm maybe more susceptible to bore out than to a proper burnout, where more like I want something new because I get bored. But at the same time, being bored all the time, it also drains the energy. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, it's one type of burnout. So we cannot say, it's something different, it's much easier, but that's the problem, that it's also drains energy. And how did you feel in such, did you see, like, how did it stay in the job, or did it spill out to your free time, to your leisure?
It's always spilling over in different areas, because once you're like, ugh, and you don't have energy, you're less likely inclined to do something new or
Yeah.
to do something else, because you're like, oh, finally I have some this chore is done, I can now watch my whatever. Then it's more like you try to recharge and recover from whatever you were supposed to do.
Yeah, that there
It's hard.
lies the problem, that if you feel tired and then you relax, but your mental, like your mind needs actually not relaxation, the opposite,
Stimulation, yeah.
stimulation. But at that moment it doesn't feel like you want to do it. That means that majority of your activities are understimulating. Did you feel more kind of easier to be angry or less patient in such
Oh yeah,
situations?
definitely.
Yes.
Patient is running low, especially with
Yes.
stupid people.
Yes. Yeah, it's also can spill out to friendships and romantic relationships, because you are stressed out. Everything feels much more annoying than it's
Yeah,
would be in otherwise. It's like when you are in a hurry and the lift or the traffic jam, it's so much worse than if you are relaxed this day.
I think it feels like
absolutely.
that you are in a bubble, or like everything gets foggy and
Yeah.
everything becomes very unclear.
Yeah, you also don't have focus. You have like, if everything is unclear, like you said, you don't know what to do next. And if you know, then
Yeah.
you're like, maybe I do something else first, and then there's more energy, and then you can do the things you're supposed to do.
Yes. What is happening with my red car? So
Yeah,
yeah,
there
that's
is the yeah.
Sergio.
Yeah, the mental fatigue also for doing small things. Like I realized, because I had many different type of burnouts in the last few years,
Mhm.
and one of the things that I realized, that you have mental fatigue for even small things. So if you have
Yes.
to decide what to cook or
Wow.
what to
Oh yeah,
buy, then I don't know, I feel pain even to make this decision.
Wow.
Then when you reach that point, it's some very terrible signal. Or when
Wow.
you to complete the work, you start skipping meals or skipping other activities, because say, okay, I need to finish this work half an hour, because then I will be more relaxed. And then it's always ongoing like this.
Wow.
Then like you don't have any priorities anymore for yourself, and your life depends on something else that you don't have control of. And that's, yeah, that's one of the signals that I feel a lot. The mental fatigue is one of the worst for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a spiral downwards, isn't it? If it
Yeah.
starts in the wrong direction, you get less energy to deal with that, and you need more energy for simple tasks. It's crazy. It's so easy to get deeper and deeper into the.
so, yeah. How to break out? Like, if you see this is
Yeah.
happening, what is the emergency button you have to
Yes. So
hit?
there are a few small things that you can do, and then of course the big change in how you view it. So small things, for example, even something like breathing technique, where you breathe for 4 seconds, breathe in 4 seconds, have a break for 4 seconds, and then breathe out for 4 seconds, and again 4 seconds break. And what it does, it recalibrates, kind of like you don't think about past, you don't think about the future, and that's the moment where you can escape stress for a little while and you can see things a bit more clearly. Because the problem with stress is also how great are our decision making? How great is our decision making when we are stressed out? You know,
Yeah.
recently I
Yes.
had a Chris.
Oh, go on you go.
We had a problem with our car in Germany, and my my mother was pretty stressed out because of that, because we didn't there was also strike, we didn't know how, like, public transportation was not working, and we needed to go to a concert or to a event, and my mother was really stressed out, and she was very surprised how chilled I was, because from I had similar situations many times, and I got used to one trick, and is if I relax, I will come up with ideas, with solutions. So I said to myself, okay, my first step was to talk with me and to say, okay, I fucked it up with the car. I forgot to switch off the lights and the battery went out. Is it my fault? No, it can happen with everyone. I'm not used to this kind of car where you have to switch it off, where it doesn't make any sounds and so. So, okay, then I felt already much better, because if you blame yourself, then it's not like a good place to be. And then I relaxed. And then suddenly several ideas came to my mind, like trying out Uber. Does it work in Germany, in this place, in Nuremberg? Trying how much is to call service to repair our car, like battery, buying a battery, and so on. And then I chose, and then I did it's not me, one task after another, and I solved that. And then I also again relaxed myself and also appreciated for the things that we solved. That I was thanking myself kind of actively, because that's another thing. We oftentimes forget about the positive things we achieve, and we think too much about the issues we have to deal every day, and the things that don't work, and the things that we didn't do. So it's very important to actively think about, what did I do actually, what did I accomplish. So this is the second tip. And then of course it's about values. So the problem is, if you do something just because you need or want to earn money, so oftentimes you get burnout because you focus too much on earning money or proving yourself or showing how great you are, and neglect your values. Like, for example, you want to improve the world, or you want to help someone, or you want to be creative in your work, you want to be innovative, and so on. And in those cases, you can change the perspective how you look at your task, at your project, for example, that doesn't fulfill you. You can say, okay, first of all, it's temporary. I'm just here to earn money, but on the other hand, I'm building something that will replace this revenue stream. So there is some kind of progress, and you can also say, okay, here is my deadline. I will do it for one more year, for example, or 8 months or something. And after that, I will change something. I will do something else. I will, like, hopefully the other project that you built on the side will already start working. So this is one thing. And then you can also change the motivation for doing this task. For example, to say, okay, the boss didn't use my work, so is it my fault? How can I still see some sense in this work? Maybe I learned something. Maybe I meet interesting people. Maybe it's just like the money that gives me the opportunity to reinvest in other things. And the next thing, the last maybe, it's also how much percentage does it make out from your whole week. So if it's less than 50%, you can even have a not so good job as long as you have other things that fulfill you. So you can have fulfillment in your hobbies. You can have fulfillment in your relationship, romantic and friendship, all of that, and ideally all of that together. And you can also have your side projects. All of that can reduce the percentage of and the feeling of not being in control and doing things that you don't want. And one more thing I had in my mind is that you actively think about what you actually want and make a conscious decision. So if you need to do this work, you don't think, okay, I am a victim, kind of. I don't have any power. You think about the options, you talk with yourself, kind of, and then say, you know what? I decide now to do this work for this and these reasons, because of that and that, for this period of time. And that gives you power back. Then you feel like you are doing it because of you, not because of someone else. What do you think, guys, about that? Does it make sense?
Yeah, I
For
think
me, the
it's
best.
yeah, go on.
For me, it's when I know that certain projects which are trading, they have an expiration date.
Yeah,
Like, okay, they only hired me for a year or to get this done, and that's it. And when I see like, ugh, this is definitely gonna be a dead end from the start. I
Yeah.
only have to endure it for the next 12 months, and then I'm out.
Yes.
So because I noticed like sugarcoating projects, like, oh, I'm getting some money from it. It's not doing it for me. Sure,
Yes.
the money is nice, but I suffer more than what the money can actually buy me
Yes,
for.
absolutely.
So
Yeah, you can earn money on different ways. And sometimes that's also a thing. We feel stuck because we don't think too much enough about alternatives. And then it feels also risky, certain things. But sometimes we realize, oh, actually there are some alternatives. And even if we cannot do it immediately, if we cannot change immediately, we can just to have this feeling of, okay, there is some progress on the side, and at any moment it can succeed, or in a few months it can succeed. That gives a lot of like hope and less feeling of powerlessness. Sergio, what did you want to?
I don't
You have
remember now.
Okay,
No, but it was maybe just on point of
yeah,
what you were saying. Yeah, for me, the best way to get out of burnout is take like a strong break and just to reevaluate what I'm doing and my decisions. And
yes,
so that's what I'm doing also now, because I've been again burning out a bit.
damn.
Sometimes also, I believe the burnout comes on working too much. At least I noticed this on me too, that I work a lot on something that maybe it's unnecessary.
Yeah,
And then I come home completely exhausted all the time. I don't want to do anything. And then I say, okay, I have to work just a bit more to just, I will finish, and then like everything will change. And then this consumed me for months.
oh yeah,
and then what I create, I have like so many projects that are there that I started, I never finished because at some point I said, like, is this really going to bring me anything? And
Yeah.
then I dig many, let's say, like rabbit hole that get me
Yes.
nowhere, and that makes me burn out a lot. So
Yes.
yeah, what I'm doing now, it's like to slow down a lot and reduce the work to like the minimum. So it's just a few hours per day, and like make some notes goal to say, okay, what will bring this me? Like, is it really
Oh yeah.
worth it? And just cut everything that's really unnecessary.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's giving mental clarity. And already doing this, I noticed that I'm feeling much better already in the last days.
Yeah, sometimes or oftentimes we are very too strict with ourselves. If it was someone like our friend or our son, daughter, we would be so much less strict if they progress slower than expected, if they make mistakes. But with ourselves, we don't oftentimes accept any mistakes or any like weaknesses, or and that's and you can make you can be more conscious about those things when you start talking with you as you were talking with a friend, and you say, okay, I wanted to complete this in 2 months, but it didn't work out in 2 months. Is it a horrible thing? Did I do my best? Yes, I did my best. And then it feels better, I think. I for myself, it's also I have been my worst kind of boss, and nowadays I'm always oftentimes I feel like I didn't do enough at this day or in this week, and then I'm thinking consciously, like I'm even talking with myself and then saying, okay, what actually happened? I have been doing it for like 2 months, and it feels like I haven't done much, but then I realize that that actually I did more, but I forgot about many of those small things. In entrepreneurship, there are so many small things that you don't even recognize and you don't even predict, expect. And then when you think it takes 2 months, it takes half a year because of those small things that are unpredictable. And it's fine. Other people maybe like in other corporations would maybe take a year for that. Also, important thing is what my therapist is always telling me, to not postpone your life for later, and to say, as soon as I achieve this financial goal or achieve this and this, I will take care of my work-life balance, on my health and stuff. That's very dangerous because you don't know exactly how long it will take you to achieve that. In our case, it feels oftentimes like, okay, we are so short before the breakthrough. I will just power through for the next few months, and then I can have like focus on my work life balance. And then 1 year passes, 2 years passes, and sometimes you might be already successful, but you don't even recognize that. Like in your case, Sergio, you already have so many students. That's already pretty good.
Yeah, true.
And
Like when you reach, yeah, like you also have some goals so that you know, okay, now to define your success, because otherwise you will
yeah,
find something always that it's not enough.
exactly. So, and that's why it's important to really be conscious about your achievements, because your subconscious mind will put it under the rug and will always look in the future. Okay, I achieved maybe like 100 euros per month revenue, then I achieve 1,000 euros, but I want more. And then you maybe, there are many people who earn 100,000 euros per month, which is a lot, and they still be thinking, I want to earn 1 million, 2 million. All those other people, my friends and business partners and so on, they earn much more. Why can't I earn? So there can be always this disappointment.
Yeah, it's pretty useless to compare your life with other people, just
Yeah.
because you will end up working on something that you don't even want to,
Yes.
and everyone has different life, different preferences.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, everyone starts from different place,
Yeah, also, yeah, that's
and not only money wise, but also mindset wise, for example.
yeah, skills, background also. So
And
if
we
you're,
cannot, yeah, we cannot
I mean,
underestimate the mindset that we get depending on our parents and school. And sometimes we have to first fix that, and then only then we can start earning, like we can start on working on financial freedom. I realized that with my, was born in Soviet Union, and the mindset about money there is completely different, and it takes years to figure it out. And not only about money, but in general, like about how you treat yourselves. In Soviet Union, there is this Stalin, like everyone is used to Stalin's approach, or like Soviet Union approach, very strict. This is the right thing. You have to do it like everyone else. And then to break out of it, it's not easy. Chris, did you had some like realizations in terms of mindset or things that work better for you, tools that you came up with, or for example, jogging, running helps you,
Oh
doesn't it?
yeah, that's a good one. I wasn't thinking of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, running is a good tool to reset like whatever's going on my mind. And
Sports is really good.
do you run like, do you put something on the headphones or you run completely?
yes, usually it depends on how cluttered my mind is. So sometimes I can focus on podcasts, but nothing really complicated. Just some stuff where I'm like, oh, this is funny, or I don't know, or interesting to know, but nothing where I was like, oh, I need to listen to this and take notes. This never happens.
Uh,
And then sometimes when I'm running and I am losing the train of thought while listening, then I know like, okay, it's time to switch to music because there's no
Yeah.
point in listening to a podcast anyway. I'm completely not paying attention. So
I notice.
yeah,
Oh, God.
Chris?
Yeah, I get the best
Sorry.
benefit running if I don't put anything, so like no headphones.
Mhm.
But then it becomes boring. So if I'm strong
Yes.
enough, I will say, okay, I will not listen to anything. Not always it's possible, but yeah, like if you
Yes.
run, if you run in the silence, I believe it's if you can handle like 40 minutes, 1 hour in the silence running, then you feel completely regenerated. At least in my
yeah,
experience.
At the same time, if it's not comfortable after a while, you shouldn't force yourself, because you already use discipline for so many things in your life. And if you also try with a lot of discipline to work on your kind of relaxation, it can also be negative.
I believe maybe at least a bit you should,
Yeah,
because
a
sometimes
bit, exactly.
otherwise you run like 3 minutes. I will make
Yeah.
and then like, oh, I'm tired.
Yes, for me it's also sometimes it's 15 minutes, sometimes it's less.
Yeah, like when
sometimes
I'm 10
more.
minutes in and I check the watch, it's like, oh no, it's still 10 minutes. It's like never
Exactly,
ending.
yes.
But maybe then at some point you reach that moment when, like, if you are 10 minutes in, like every minute's count. But when you are much longer, then it's it counts much
Yeah.
less every single minute. So that's why it's
Yeah.
important at the beginning to just push through, even if you don't want to.
Yeah, same for me.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I'm going like, oh, only 5 minutes, and then sometimes I'm like, what? It's already 8 kilometers. What happened? Where did the time go? And
What are,
yeah, I know when I need to switch to music, then I don't know, like, okay, today was a tough day because then I know that my mental capacity is kind of low.
oh yeah. Yeah, I think the most important thing is that I learned recently is that you need to, oh, damn it, always consciously feel in or check in with yourself what you actually want at that moment. Of course, you shouldn't overdo, as we mentioned. If you, but oftentimes we realize, okay, I'm used to run, for example, with some entertainment because I'm used to that, because it's comfortable. But actually, if you spend half a minute just thinking, quiet down your like all the stress and stuff, and then you realize what you actually want. You want peace, you want to be alone, you want to socialize, or you want sports or something. I cannot, I click on why.
Yeah, still waiting for Chris to get back to the lobby
Ah, okay.
because he's unlocking a lot of stuff now.
So, Sergio, what solutions did help you else? You mentioned meditation, hypnosis.
Meditation, yeah. Writing also helps
Oh
a
yeah,
lot me.
journaling. How do
Yeah,
you
like
write? Is there something specific?
very random. So I built this app just for me to simplify the
Wow.
process.
Heck, man.
Yeah, like vibe coded. Like in,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I built this app where like I have the full black screen and I write white, so I have like no distractions. So I click add new text, and then I write, and this app tells me also how much I've been writing. So it
Ah,
tells me
nice.
how long I've been writing today and how long I've been writing during the entire week, so that I have also a track if I'm doing it enough or not.
Yeah.
And so I write when I'm very bad. I try to write at least half hour per day, from a half an hour to 1 hour. Very
Wow,
random. So
that's a
it's
lot.
just chain of thoughts that I write, at stuff that I will never read. So just writing to get the thoughts out of the brain. That's
Wow.
the only
So
goal.
what does it
Yeah.
do with you? So it gives you clarity. You don't ruminate so much, no?
Yeah, it is exactly. Yeah, it helps out, especially if you are in some dilemma, or some thoughts that it's recurring all the time. If you write it, you get more clarity. It gets out of your head. You get detached from these thoughts.
Yeah.
So it helps a lot. Though it's when you're burnout, it deals a bit with the effects. It doesn't solve the problem. So, but it helps. Also, meditation, at least if you can do half an hour per day, whether it's some guided meditation or some silent meditation, like whatever you
Yeah.
prefer. Sometimes I do silent, so I sit 20 minutes, and I just focus on different parts of the body, or sometimes guided like 20, 40 minutes or 1 hour. And it's usually very powerful. At the end, you feel much more refreshed.
Tell me more about the guided meditation. How does it look like? What is it, what does it say?
Uh, I follow this specific guy, which is called Joe Dispenza. He has like many meditations. Uh, like he has like many different types. One type is like it guides you to focus on different parts of the body. Another one, most of them start away like this. You focus on the body, Then you have some part of the meditation that focus on your current thoughts. And then a final part of meditation of what thoughts you want to get rid of and what you want to have instead.
Yeah.
So it's just more to bring awareness, and it's some sort of, like I would say, hypnosis.
Yeah.
And it's very powerful.
Wow.
It was very powerful.
Yeah,
my
our
experience.
thoughts are sometimes the worst enemies, aren't they?
Yeah, I will say most of the time.
Yeah. Like we always I was on Wednesday, I went to this mindfulness meetup, and it was also pretty useful for this stream. And he also said a few things that I would like to share. So we always think or say that this person stressed me out, this situation stressed me out, but at the end of the day, we are responsible for how we react to everything. As for example, with traffic, if you are already stressed out, then and someone cuts you or someone parks wrong, then you feel really, really stressed out. But if you are relaxed, you might be like for a few seconds angry at this person, or you might even laugh about this person, and then like say, those people, they are park where they want, like, and that's it, and suddenly the same situation has such a huge different impact on us. Of course there are exceptions, there are toxic bosses, toxic partners, but in that case, of course, you need to think about changing your environment.
Yeah, I think that you need to find a balance in both ways, because in the past I was, I don't know, I was in the rabbit hole of the meditation and awareness, and I thought, okay, anything can happen, and I want to be so strong that I can handle everything in life.
Wow.
But at the same time, also your environment, it's so important.
Yes.
So it's true that if you meditate and if you can handle a lot of stress, but I would be more happy to remove completely this stress. So yeah, if you're dealing with stupid people, you can be stronger with meditation, but it would be much better to just get rid of these
Yes.
stupid
Yeah.
people.
Amen.
Yeah, stupid people is such a general word, of course. Sometimes when we are stressed out,
I'm a
we
bully in this game.
also yeah, there is some kind of trick, but I feel like it doesn't work. Damn it. But I play a different game. I play a flying game, if you noticed. So stupid people, I realized for myself, I was so strict to myself, but also to others. If they made a mistake, I was very like triggered. If I made a mistake, I was triggered. And that's not a healthy way to cope with that. Like, it's like we are taking small things too serious, and I was also expecting that people are empathetic like I am, that they take care, think about how it reflects on others. But people are different, and we have to accept that. So I guess with stupid people, we can say toxic people.
Oh yeah, true.
So just stupid people, okay, my God, depending, like some completely, we cannot, we have like millions of people around us, so we cannot completely isolate us, but we can, of course, change how we think about their stupidity. But if people close to us are toxic to us, then we need definitely to do something. We cannot just fix it by hypnosis and meditation and journaling. Ach, damn it. Chris, what do you say so far? Like, did it resonate with you? Was it something that stood out?
Yeah, I mean, to me, most relevant is like this board and dealing with
Yeah,
stupid people.
yeah.
So this is like where I know that this
What-
is my weak spots.
What is the, like, tell me more about dealing with stupid people. What triggers you? What annoys you so much?
Yeah, usually I think it's more like a skill mismatch.
Yeah,
Where when I have to like someone in my team where you have to basically go with them over the alphabet first before writing a first
Yes.
sentence.
So it's-
So
Mhm.
I usually prefer working with people where I learn a lot, and if I
Mm.
need to teach a lot with them too much, then I get agitated because then this feels like waste of time for me because
Yes.
it's not bringing me any further.
So self-development and learning, that's one of your values probably.
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
mean, this is what I usually prefer working with people where I can learn a lot. That's why I, even in quote unquote stressful projects, when there were people where I was like, wow, cool, we solved it in a really cool and clever way.
Yeah.
This was better than, can't deal with someone who's asking how to use find and replace in Excel. Like some
Damn.
specific anecdote, so I didn't made it up. So yeah.
Damn. Yeah, it's like you are Formula One engineer to improve your Formula One car, and then suddenly you are um, creating paper planes, and people don't know how to use glue.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
this one is the last round, I guess. For people who are watching, we are doing it every Friday at the same time, always in the afternoon, with different topics. I want to repeat this topic in 4 to 6 weeks again, like psychology in general. So we have AI topics, we have marketing topics, and we have technical topics. Is it me?
Yes.
And we will have also psychology topics, because all of those topics are very, very relevant for business owners and start and entrepreneurs. And we learned certain things the hard way and still learning after 15, 20 years of experience as entrepreneurs. We can share and help others to avoid the same mistakes. And of course, if someone wants to play with us, or if someone wants to be a guest and talk, feel free to sign up in our YouTube channel. We have in the description, we have a link to a form where you can sign up, and where you can choose which kind of topic and which kind of game you want to play. There is also an option without a game. For me, psychology is, I'm very passionate about it, because it's it's a huge leverage for everything you do as an entrepreneur. I realized that myself, like how much confidence you have makes such a difference in which decisions you do, how much energy, how stress and pressure drains from you, or how much pressure you feel because you want to earn money as soon as possible, makes also such a big difference. Suddenly you cannot invest in long-term projects. So that was used to be my problem. I felt so much pressure in earning money as soon as possible that I was neglecting long-term projects, and I was focusing on quick results. And the problem is that it becomes more difficult to succeed with quick results. So now with the current project, I'm creating this course for marketing for software startups, and I'm really taking my time, and I realize how much better the quality becomes. And it's such a big difference in towards, like, compared to if you're always in a hurry to just make more money next week. Also, another thing what causes burnout is the feeling of powerlessness. If you feel like you don't have any other options. Does it sound familiar to you guys?
Oh, yeah. Like
On what
when you're
scope?
stuck into something.
Like no options. Where exactly? Like on the project with the
Yeah,
client in
you do
general.
something. You do, like, you how you work, what you work at the moment feels like, I don't have a saying. I actually don't would want to do something completely different, but I don't have any options, and I feel so powerless because of that. For me, what also was helpful was I was thinking, like, at certain phases of our entrepreneurship, I was only thinking about earning more money and getting more stability, financial stability. And then I did some hypnosis where she was asking me, if you had financial stability, what would you do actually? And then I realized, wait a moment, I would actually do similar things. I would just not worry about the number in my bank account. So the majority of stress came just from something that didn't actually influence me at all the moments. It maybe had influence a couple of times a month where maybe I couldn't go to a trip because of the financial limitations, or I couldn't buy easily the most expensive stuff. But majority of the time was actually pretty good. And I started just imagining as if I already achieved this financial goal. And suddenly I felt so good and relaxed, and I could sleep much better, because we can do many things even with like even before we achieve the main goal, but maybe in a smaller scale. So if you, for example, my dream was like to travel to Asia, to Japan, Korea, South Korea. If I can do that, I can go to Turkey or to Spain or to Romania or something. And oftentimes I realized that it's more about whom you are doing it. If you have nice friends and you go to Turkey, for example, or to Italy, or like we did last year with Sergio, then it can be so much fun. And in 2020, for example, I went to Bali, and it was a paradise, but I had much less fun because I felt like alone, and there were many people, but you don't have this relationship yet with them, and they leave immediately after you get a little bit to know them.
True.
All right. It was a nice game. I was always losing. I don't know if it's because of my controller or because I was talking or just my lack of
You
skills.
need, you need to get such a controller.
Yeah, I have a
The
controller,
simplest
but
one you can get.
I didn't have the time to set it up. Story of my life. But maybe losing strengthens our character.
True.
That's what losers say. What do you have some comments, you guys?
It was fun. It was a very interesting topic. Yeah, let's be very careful not to burn out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I will say it's also important the people around you that
Yes.
that will help you see, like the close people to you will help you see something that you don't see when you are burning out or when you are stressed. And so it's also important to surround with you people that help you and that make your life easier instead
Yeah,
of toxic relationships and so on.
they are more objective because
Yeah,
they see it clearly, your changes. For you our own perspective is very manipulated by our emotions.
true. Yeah, and by the emotions, like if you are a bit if there is some toxic environment around you, you are also a bit brainwashed, so you cannot say certain
Oh
things.
yes, true. Remember, Chris, once we had a client, we don't say the year. I didn't even realize that the client was narcissistic until I spoke with Chris after several months. When I started speaking about this, I go, wait a moment, something doesn't add up with this guy. Chris, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm getting better at this game.
Yeah, we can try a different game next time. This tower Tetris.
Oh yeah, that's what we can try out. But so far I like this game and I'm getting better at it.
I think
So
maybe you are
I
bored
prefer
to win.
staying with it.
Are you bored to win all the time? Although Sergio was also winning sometimes, I think.
Sergio is a good enemy.
It's a good fight today. I see the level it's increasing a lot.
So it's funny that Chris mentioned in terms of burnout that his biggest problem is bore out, being bored, and then also the game was boring him, like bored him a little bit.
I didn't say that.
Okay, no, you are getting slowly bored with this game. You said, yeah.
I didn't say that either.
No, he
I'm
likes it. He
just
wants to
saying
stay.
that I'm getting better at it.
You didn't say bored. You said
No,
better.
better.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood you. I thought you said you are getting bored. Okay, never mind. Okay, continue, Chris. Anything else you would like to share, or your experience with this? What have you said?
Stop working too much. Get more sleep. I think this is also quite important.
Nice.
Yes, yes. Sometimes we overestimate the importance of money, and when you go out with your friends, it's sunny, you enjoy the company and the weather, you don't need much money, and you can have best time of your like week.
Yeah, it's better to get fresh air than to keep on pushing whatever you've been pushing for the past 10 hours.
Yes, and I think many people, I've heard from many people who achieve the financial stability, they are disappointed. The expectations was that it will solve everything, but the reality is, if you're already struggling, if you don't have friends, more money, it will just, you will be better in hiding, in like hiding with expensive stuff, with dopamine, but the hole in your soul will not disappear.
Absolutely. And then I know people, they only work. There's nothing else. There's
Oh,
no
yeah, that's so
hobbies.
sad.
There's no like social circles. There's nothing. There's just work, work, and work.
Yes. I used to be like that, but then I started working with therapists and hypnotherapists. And then I realized that it was more about fears inside me, and like wrong associations. What is love? How will people love me if I'm successful or something? That was wrong kind of attitude. And now I look at those at myself back then. I'm like, what is wrong with you, guy? Stop working 6 days a week, like it's 80 hours a week or something. It's crazy. Enjoy your life. It doesn't come back. Your youth is valuable. Your every like year is valuable. All right. Thank you for those who watched. Again, we are every Friday afternoon here. Join us. Just watch or participate, play with us, talk with us. Always cool topics all around entrepreneurship and founders. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.